while it is certainly true that Mr. Traylor was involved in a fight with people at the strip club, Mr. Porter was not involved in that fight.
So I'm going to account for that. So I'm going to adjudicate Mr. Porter this time guilty of discharge firearm at or into occupied structure via aircraft or watercraft. His underlying sentence will be a minimum of 24, maximum of 60 months in Nevada Department of Corrections, suspended with probation not to exceed 36 months. He will have to pay the $25 return assessment fee, $3 DNA collection fee, $150 DNA analysis fee.
On Monday, October 2nd, Blueface appeared in court to be sentenced after pleading guilty over the summer for his involvement in the Las Vegas shooting on October 8, 2022. The judge sentenced Blueface, real name Jonathan Jamall Porter, to a suspended sentence of 24 to 60 months for the crime.
Good morning, Your Honor. So the court has properly reiterated the terms of the negotiation.
Before the trial began, the media was ablaze with reports of a heated altercation involving Blueface, also known as Mr. Porter, at a popular Las Vegas strip club. Witnesses claimed that the rapper lost his temper after a confrontation with another clubgoer. The incident, caught on several smartphone cameras, went viral, showing Blueface in a heated verbal exchange, though no physical violence was evident in the clips. The prosecution, looking for any edge in the courtroom, hinted at this incident as a testament to Blueface's volatile nature, and tried drawing a parallel between his alleged temper and his supposed capability to commit the strip club shooting. They suggested that if he could lose his cool over a minor club confrontation, he might also act impulsively or recklessly in business dealings.
And what happened later was Mr. Traylor went to his vehicle and then drove very slowly up to a group of people who he felt had aggrieved him in the fight, and rolled down his window and displayed a firearm, causing other people to jump back. And then he sped into a group of people, ended up hitting a woman and hitting other cars, and then took off. And that's at the moment when the conduct from our client occurs.
Blueface's defense was quick to address the strip club incident, seeing it as a potential stain on his character in front of the jury. They argued that the altercation had nothing to do with the shooting charges. Their main argument was twofold: relevance. The defense insisted that an isolated incident in a social setting had no bearing on Blueface's professional and business conduct. They emphasized that everyone can have off moments, but it doesn't mean they would commit a crime, especially not one as premeditated as a strip club shooting. Provocation. The defense brought forth witnesses from the strip club night who testified that Blueface was provoked. They shared that the other clubgoer had made derogatory remarks about Blueface's family, prompting the rapper's response. These testimonies aim to paint the rapper as a protective family man, rather than a hot-headed celebrity.
The woman was actually punched by a female colleague of Mr. Porter's. But again, not trying to minimize. We didn't come in here to minimize. We came in here to say that the negotiation is reasonable and the court should follow it.
While the initial focus of the trial centered around the incident at the strip club and other alleged illegal activities, there emerged a side case that threatened to overshadow the main narrative. Adding to the complexity of the case, there were multiple lawsuits intertwined with Blueface's arrest. Several business partners had come forward with claims of financial discrepancies in their dealings with the rapper, with some suggesting that they were owed significant sums of money. However, Blueface's legal team labeled these as opportunistic claims, arguing that many were trying to take advantage of his legal troubles to secure financial settlements. They provided evidence that most of these deals were above board, with proper contracts and transactions in place. Some of the claimants had even had past records of dubious business dealings, which the defense highlighted to question their credibility. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as Mr. Traylor, a figure deeply connected to Blueface, prepared to testify. As he took the stand, the whispers quieted, and everyone awaited his words. Mr. Traylor described his once close bond with Blueface, highlighting how fame and fortune had driven a wedge between them. Their relationship, once strong and brotherly, had become strained due to differing priorities. Mr. Traylor's emotional testimony painted a vivid picture of their fractured relationship. He expressed a deep sense of loss and disappointment, recalling their shared moments and how they had drifted apart. Everyone in the courtroom felt the weight of his words, especially as he locked eyes with Blueface, a mix of sadness and regret evident in his gaze.
This crime has done nothing but take a toll on my life since the day it happened. I haven't been able to get work. Everything has gone down the drain. And yeah, I just feel like this has not been done on my case. I mean, this hasn't been done on my behalf. I know people who get more time for stealing bubble gum, honestly.
The courtroom was charged with palpable tension as Mr. Traylor stepped forward, not just to comment on his relationship with Blueface, but to address a larger concern. He sternly criticized the justice system, suggesting that it might be swayed by a celebrity's stature and resources. As he delved deeper, Mr. Traylor insinuated that Blueface's fame and affluence had afforded him preferential treatment. His words resonated with many, prompting murmurs of agreement among some in the room, while others exchanged skeptical glances, questioning the motives behind his statement.
But I can assure you, I'm not giving anybody any breaks because of any status they have or money they have. I'm working within a system and within a negotiation, and I trust my counsel to make negotiations for reasons, and I appreciate that that's not going to sit well with you. I just thank you for your time here today and letting us know how you feel about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's important.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Traylor. You may take your seat if you wish to stay.
After hearing a series of intense testimonies, the court was poised to deliver a verdict. There was a prevailing sense of anticipation, as all eyes turned to the judge, awaiting a decisive moment in Blueface's life. Although Blueface faced the possibility of probation, it was clear that it wouldn't be a lenient one. The court seemed intent on setting stringent conditions, a sign of the seriousness with which they regarded the case.
But the main point that I have for you here is the weapons, is the guns. You know you cannot have guns. There's no confusion on that point. And if you choose to roll guns, then that's your choice. But I will tell you, if you get caught doing that, you get brought back here on any kind of probation violation, especially anything involving weapon, I will not hesitate to put you in prison for a significant period of time. You are playing with your liberty, your life, obviously, but you're playing with your liberty if you're going to have guns and do anything that's going to violate your probation in that regard. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want there to be any confusion. I hear people who say things about...
As the final gavel sounded, ending the court session, a palpable sense of anticipation filled the air. Observers and fans alike were eager to dissect every detail of the trial that had just concluded. The implications for Blueface's career and personal life were vast. The world watched closely, speculating on how this case might shape the rapper's path moving forward.
I'm not undermining any of your prior history. I'm looking at this case and the circumstances as I understand them, but I do want to be clear that, again, I will not hesitate for you to spend a significant amount of time in prison in the state of Nevada if you do not comply with this probation in all respects and you do not stay away from those weapons and any of that comes to light for us.